Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Fields. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Running back searching for a hole. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Motion from the wide receiver. Going to swing it on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Parks. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on that.
Turning it on! Smashes through the tackle. That defense got gas, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They'll test the right side. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Rolling right and going deep. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Got him downfield.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
He might want another play. Looking for room. It's Avery. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The throw to the outside is complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
On third down, he drops the throw. Makes the grab. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. On the ground. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. The give. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
All right, decision time early. I'm just going field goal here. Put some points on the board and pay off this nice opening drive.
And I get that, but I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going for the touchdown. Even if I get stopped, they got to go almost the whole length of the field. I'm starting the game aggressive.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. Makes the catch and runs his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Who needs a field goal when you can get a touchdown? First drive, set the tone, making a statement. 4th and goal, we are going for it. We are here for all the smoke. Nice job by this offense, capitalizing on the momentum, getting a touchdown to start this football game.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Coming out with it, it's Harvey. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Nice catch along the sidelines, but they get nothing out of it.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Looking to throw for it. Quarterback moving. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the 1st half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Unloads to the wideout. That's caught. It's Richmond. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Rolls it in. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
When the football is thrown accurately, where I can catch it and be a runner after the catch, it makes all the difference in the world. I can keep that speed up. Now I can break tackles like you see here and go make big plays for my offense.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jason, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. These DBs going to give a little cushion. The inside handoff. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Sprints into the end zone for a touchdown.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Fields. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. The sweet feet buy a little time. Got his man. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out of their own 37.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. With that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Brings it down on the right side. There he goes. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's shown it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to throw on first down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Corners are going to bail. To the air on second down. Safe completion on the screen. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind.
And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw it. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. The 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Lean for the wire. Touchdown. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes with the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll leave it with him. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Sets up the screen. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Defense not showing press coverage. Looking to throw on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Completion a little short of the sticks. It's second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hayward. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Got the quick pass. On the move at the 30. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped just outside the 20 at the 21 in the waning moments here in the first half. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds us back in the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, you've seen the last two plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game. He's a weapon, and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He's looking to pass. Gets rid of it. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
One snap coming before they head to the locker room. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll go right back to the run. Find some fresh air. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Just enough time for one final play in this half. The hand to the running back. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Looking downfield. A strike downfield. Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. First down from the 49. Leaves it with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
To the air on first down. With the catch, it's James. Finds a crease at the 20. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. They're down to the 20. 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Buying some time. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. But man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
Unloads to the wideout. And he throws another interception. His third of the night.
That's a bit of a gut punch if you're the offense because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
Handoff to the single back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They run the reverse. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
And that's not my play call on this part of the field, Jesse. I don't love giving it to a guy so deep in the backfield, so close to my end zone where a lot of things could go wrong, but they created a little bit of space and at least got a positive gain out of it.
Yeah, I don't love that call, too, against this defense in particular, because we knew coming into this one, they were keen on that guy touching the football in a lot of different ways. They've done their film study, and they're geared up for it. So I'm curious offensively how many more times in this game they're going to try plays like that.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got it, 1st down and more. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
To the ground with the bat. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Finds a tight end. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. The throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They're either really confident or a little reckless as they go for it on 4th and long from their own 45. Under fire. Converts on 4th down and he's still going. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver or tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Motion from the wideout. The give to the back. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Right back to it. And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner will be dragged down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Pulls it, fires complete.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the third quarter. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got a man, it's James. At the 45 on his way. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake. Gonna take a shot. And he dropped it. Incomplete pass in what would have been a huge gain. No defender anywhere around, and he just flat dropped it. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Just keeps slinging it. Tosses it incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
That's caught. It's James. Putting together a real scoring thread here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Richmond. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number one. Understand it. Late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side.
And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Back to pass. He's got it on the run. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Bounces into the end zone for a touchdown. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Fields. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Bounced out of bounds at the 38 after that return. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Hands it off. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Power football with the run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Might be changing the route. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. They'll try the run. He has the 1st and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. He's into the open. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
The give to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll try to run for it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. That one will put a little extra distance, give them a little cushion down the stretch.
And there was a little bit of hope, but you just snatched it away with that touchdown. This game is now over.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and he does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And he made the extra point without problem. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone, it's Harvey. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Using the quick game. Spin, still running. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. Looking for a productive play on first down. The DBs will back off a bit. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Hogs it downfield. Finds his man. It's James. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. It's now first and 10 from the 24-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time it's complete. That will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here.